Yes, people, welcome back to the West Ham Network. I hope you are all well. I haven't said that for a while. Long time no see. It's the Matchday rating show. West Ham 3, Chelsea 2. I'm joined by Matt. Matt, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Busy as always as we're heading into a festive month, a festive month full of football every couple of days. So but without further ado, let's get started. What a win it was! But we'll get started with Lucas Fabianski in goal. So, Matt, what did you make of his performance?
You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've been giving him praise recently.
Yeah.
And he was solid for the most part. But the goals, I'm really like, especially that second goal. I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? It was a good goal, but he didn't exactly smash it in.
No.
He sort of placed it, and you think, at the near post, if the guy's not hit it hard or to the top corner, the keeper should be saving it.
Yeah.
You know what? I haven't even got a number written down. I've got like 4 numbers written down, and I can't decide. I've got like a 7, but I still think even that's like generous.
Yeah.
Because like for the most part, he was pretty solid and comfortable and did what he had to do. But like both the goals, like if you get a hand to it, you should be saving it. He pushed it onto the inside of the post. And yeah, the second one, I've seen it a few times, different angles. I don't want to be harsh on him because it's a brilliant ball, and the fact he's hit it first time probably catches him out. But yeah, 7. Yeah, I'll stick with that. I'll go 7.
Yeah, in the chat, people are going for 5, 7, 7, 7, 6, 7. So it's around that region. Yeah. Richard going for 7. The goals, he probably shouldn't have been beaten. It's near post, and probably he should have got a firmer hand to the first goal, but it was a good header. Let's not lie. But Vinicius Fab is a good keeper, but what's happened there? There we go. Fab is a good keeper, but he looks like he's come back from the pub when he kicks. His distribution is average, but he's a good keeper. I completely agree. Yeah, his distribution at City wasn't great. His distribution on a whole isn't great. But Ariel's hot on his heels, and at some point in the season he's going to come in. That's for sure. But let's move on into let's start with the back 3. And in the middle of that was Kurt Zouma. Obviously, he went off injured, Matt. What have you given him?
He played about 70 minutes, didn't he? And he went off once, came back on, probably got another 25 minutes out of him. I gave him an 8. I thought he was the best of the defenders. Like, even though he played 20 minutes less, for the 70 minutes he was on, like, he was blocking everything.
Yeah.
Especially in the first half, a few times when they got, like, down the side, whipping balls on the floor, you think, this is going to cut back as someone's going to tap it in. And then he was just appearing out of nowhere to clear it. Hopefully it's not a bad injury. Like, hopefully we can get back as quick as possible, because we done well without him, but I still think he was the best of the 3 of them, should we say? Of the 3 centre-backs. I thought he had a really good game against his old team, and you could see he looked devastated when he came off, like he did not want to leave the pitch. Yeah.
The rumour is that obviously him and Johnson are both having scans on Monday. It's not looking good for him. Yeah. The estimated time we're looking is for 2 to 3 months, which could, end up leading towards the end of the season. But let's have a look at some of your comments. Mandy is going for a 7. Yeah, I think it is, to be fair, around there, 7. Yeah, plenty of 7s coming in. Let's have a look at them. The poll, 25 votes, 51% is going for 7. So 7s galore for Kurt Zouma. 7s everywhere. But Matt has gone for a big 8. Seeing you call Matt negative. Come on. But let's move on to my boy next. I thought he had a very good game. Craig Dawson, let's rate him. What have you given the big man then, Matt?
Well, look, as I said, look, you'll see where I've gone, because I'm going to give Dawson a 7. And I thought Zouma played better. So if I gave Zouma a 7, I'd be giving Dawson like a 6. And he didn't deserve a 6. As always, his distribution sort of lets him down. But then that's not his. He's not that type of defender. He's like an old school,
Yeah.
Colin style, just safety first, block the ball. And for the most part, he does his job, doesn't he? He gets the foot stuck in. He's very good, dominant in the air a lot of the time, cuts out crosses and throws himself on the line when he needs to. Okay, yes, sometimes he has a mistake in him. Didn't have one, I don't think, that I can remember yesterday.
No.
And apart from the mistake, you know what you're going to get out of him. He's not flamboyant. He's not a ball carrier. He's not a spraying passes about. He's just tackle it and pass, try and make a 10-yard pass to the nearest player. So, you know what? Solid. It's a solid 7 for Dawson.
Yeah, I think that is the bottom line. I'm a big Craig Dawson fan. I didn't think he did anything wrong. He did a great deal right, like but all of the centre backs did, in my opinion. 7's galore, 7 for Big Dawson, pure 7 like Fabianski. 8 says GP, 7 long dot tunnels, nothing great. 7's galore once again. So I think we know where we're going here with these defenders in the chat. But let's move on to our third centre back of our front of our back three that started the game, and it is Issa Diop. Why for giving Diop then, Matt?
I'm rounding off the back three with another 7. I was quite surprised he come in. I suppose me and Ant done the preview and we said we thought we might go to a back 5, but I was trying to hope Creswell come in. That being said, I think Diop seems to suit that left-hand side better than Zuma. Like, Diop seems more happy on that side. Zuma looked more happy playing sort of middle, more outside than the left. And he had a good game. I said his difference between him and Dawson is Diop will carry the ball a bit, will play passes. But again, a couple of good tackles, good clearances. It's funny because we conceded 2 goals, but I thought, we had one lapse of concentration at set piece, and then we got done on the counter by a brilliant switch and diagonal and first time finish from Mason Mount. But apart from that, they really didn't have much in the way of clear cut chances. Especially in the second half, I thought the whole back three, and especially obviously even Diop and Dawson when Zuma come off, I thought they really dealt with Lukaku really well. Like, Lukaku didn't get a sniff, which is surprising for Lukaku who loves scoring against West Ham. So yeah, I've given him a 7 to finish it off. 7's all around at the back, which considering we conceded 2 goals is a bit, maybe it's a bit generous. But I thought they all played quite well.
Yeah, looking at the comments, Happy Hammer at 8. There 7, 8 for Issa Diop. Yeah, so it's around a 7, 8. Donkeys as always. 7, says Father Snowman. 8, 7. So he deserved to start the game. I thought, to be honest, it was chucking him a little bit in the deep end. If I'm being completely honest with you, of all the games he could have brought him in, he brought him in playing a back three, different kind of system and playing a very good team. And that's the bottom line. Chucked him in the deep end, but I thought he handled it very well. So that rounds off the back three then, Matt. Let's head on into the wing backs, and let's start with Vladimir Coufal. So Coufal, back to his best, Matt.
Mr. Reliable, isn't he? Mr. Dependable. Does what he does. I've given him a 7 as well, and you always get at least a 7 out of him. Generally solid defensively. He actually done quite well a couple of times when he sort of got outnumbered. He still managed to cut a cross out when you thought, they're going to pull this back. Gave away corners, but he's done well cutting out crosses. Gets a bit further forward than Johnson, likes overlapping.
Yeah.
Seemed happier in the second half when we sort of changed formation from like a 3-4-3 to like a 5 at the back. He seemed more comfortable with further back, playing as a fullback, rolling forward than trying to sit more as a right mid. But solid. Like, you know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think I'm not Ben Johnson's massive fan. We'll get on to Johnson in a minute. But Vladimir Coufal gives that different element. With Ben Johnson, you get that really good defensive attribute. Not much going for. With Coufal, you get both. Thank you very much, Frank.
Yeah.
you get both. You get the attacking and the defensive, and you'll get that one day with Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I was going to say on that comment, it's easier to learn to score than it is to defend. Exactly. I think Big Sam once said years ago that whenever he got pulled in for the relegation battle, someone would be like, "Oh, January, we need to change managers. Who's going to save us, Big Sam?"
Yeah.
When he looked at a team, because I think once he's turned down a few teams before, and he said it's easier to train a team to defend than it is to attack. He's like, I can't teach players to attack. You learn it. So for Johnson, it's he will learn it, but it's not like he can't teach it quickly. So at Johnson's age, he's got the years 100%. In front to learn the attacking output, and then as a team that's not one of the big, the big four, it probably is now, that dominate going forward. He doesn't need to be. You don't want like a Wan-Bissaka. If you put Wan-Bissaka in our team, he'd probably struggle because he wouldn't be able to defend as well. So the fact Johnson's got the solid foundation, he can improve the attacking later. But like you said, at the moment, Soufal is the more complete fullback.
Yeah, and to be fair, I thought it was quite hard done by not to get his first goal for the club as well. We hit that shot so sweetly, and Thiago Silva was just at the right place at the right time on the goal line to clear it out. He hit that. He couldn't have hit it any nicer, and that was going straight for the corner. And I was like, oh, he just can't score. To be fair, for once, he didn't have a nosebleed. He didn't absolutely bottle it.
No, he actually done really well on it. I thought he was going in, and then Thiago Silva plays for about 30 seconds, scores at one end, and saves the goal at the other.
Jake is massive and growing. Yeah. A lot of people have said that. I am. If you've met me, Anton will know. I mean, I'm not the tallest, but I'm getting there. When Anton sees me next, I don't know. I don't know whether the beast will be able to manhandle me in Costa. He probably will because Anton's just bump. He's just there, and Anton is the presence we need up front next to Mikel Antonio. The beast manhandling. Oh dear. Anton is the beast. Anton the Beast Baker. That has a nice ring to it, Matt, doesn't it?
Is that his boxing name?
Yeah, Anton the Beast Baker. What about that, Anton? Do you like that? Before we go to the next player, what do you make of that? Yay or nay to Anton the Beast Baker? Whilst Anton replies to that, drop a like on a video, subscribe, become a member as well. Click the join button. You can do all of that stuff. And one thing I have noticed, Matt, is that since we last did a rating show, your football prizes collection has not increased. What is going on?
Well, I've been trying to let the audience win, Jake.
Oh, I see.
If I hoard all the prizes, then everyone sharing it around a bit, trying to let trying to let the fans win. Yeah, Christmas spirit and all that. Let other people enter instead.
Sharon's caring. Yeah. I mean, you've only got 3 frame signed shirts. Only 3, just the 3. No
just the 3 signed things on the wall. Yeah, exactly. So.
Exactly. But okay, we will move on to our next player and our next wing back, who did unfortunately go off with an injury, is Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, what have you given him then, Matt?
Well, I mean, I've given him a 7, but he was only on the pitch 45 minutes. I do remember at the time, like a lot of the people around me, when Mount scored that goal, it was about a solid 10 seconds when everyone was absolutely raging. They were like, where's Johnson gone? Why is he not marking him? And then you just saw Johnson on the floor in a heap, and you're like, oh, that's why he's not marking him. He got injured. Like we said, defensively, he's always solid. His attacking output will come with experience when he gets more comfortable.
Yeah.
But he had a good game on the left-hand side, and me and Ant had a talk about this in the preview, and I said that if Creswell was out, I'd move him to the left-hand side and start Soufal on the right, even though Johnson had been starting on the right because, like you said, I think Soufal gives the better attacking output. It's just unfortunate because I think he's probably going to be out for about a month now. Probably it gave Moyes an easy out though, didn't it? Because there was the debates going around of who should start between Soufal and Johnson. And Soufal was out for a bit injured, and now Johnson's out injured. So
50% of the go on. Sorry.
No, I was like, it just gave Moyes an easy out to bring Soufal back in now. But I felt sorry for him. I thought he had a good game. up until the point, he got injured, and just unfortunate. Typical West Ham, though, that, the exact moment he's injured is when they score when you needed him most. It's just a very West Ham thing.
Yeah, Anton took the words out of my mouth there. 50% of have voted 7 for Johnson, so they are agreeing with you, Matt. We don't get that very often at all. But yeah, I think he's out for about 2 to 3 weeks. They'll have scans tomorrow, but 2 to 3 weeks is the estimated time that we will see him out for, up to a month. Absolute maximum. So plenty of 7s coming in. 6 standard display, 6. 7 says Antoine the Beast Baker. Considering Ben's age, 8, 7 for Johnson. But yeah, it's I want that shirt in the middle behind Stato. Well, looks like we are going to have to start Stell's favourite player when we use the wing-back system now, as long as he scores more goals in that. Exactly. I prefer right-back, maybe controversial. I agree, Fremmer, I agree. I'm with you on that one. I do prefer Soufal in that right-back position. I mean, we're going to have him in that right-back position now, I should think, with Johnson out injured. But let's head into the midfield. And next up is Thomas Souček, I think. What have you given the big check then, Matt?
Again, I've gone for a 7. But I think, you know what, the last couple of games, even though he hasn't really had the rest, he's sort of like starting to find himself again.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because, I don't know, I think sometimes if he's not scoring, he goes under the radar a bit. But the amount of ground that he covers, the legwork he puts in, he had a solid game. Like, it's hard when we sat so much behind the ball. But I did notice in the second half he did seem to play. He seemed like at times he was playing a lot further forward in the second half. I don't know if that was like a tactical thing from Moyes. It seemed like in the second half Lanzini was almost sitting a lot deeper, and that was like allowing Souček to run and have more of an impact. But I thought he had a solid game.
Yeah, I think it's in the region of a 7 and an 8 for Souček. I thought that's one of his better games that he's had in the last couple of months because he has been quite off it. But, he keeps on going. I liked the wholesome video that West Ham put on Twitter as well. He went and he had some photos. He gave his shirt away and he went all the way along that West Stand there and gave high fives to everybody going back to the tunnel. Our
very own, if you watch that video, our very own Seth.
Seth is in there. I saw it.
Yeah, right at the front.
Yeah,
he was best mate Souček now.
Yeah, talking to Sess, Sess's best mate, for sure. You saw him just trying to get in the picture there and just, hello. Yeah, class, absolutely class. But we'll move on to his sexy Souček. 8 galore here. 10 from GP. 9 easily. He was so effective. 8 for me. So Souček was everywhere. 8. Wow, Matt, it looks like you've gone a bit harsh here.
Balances out over the 11 players. It's fine.
That's right. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah. Let's move on to a strike partner in midfield. He's there and he's good as always. It is Declan Rice. What you giving the basmati Billy Bonds then, Matt?
Well, at the moment, I'm sitting between an 8 and a 9. I haven't actually decided on a rating yet, but I'll probably have to talk myself into a rating in a minute. 9. The only thing I can say, if we come on every week and I run out of ways to describe him.
Yeah.
But this week, I suppose you could quite easily say that, apparently the third best player was on the pitch in midfield yesterday, and I didn't notice him for 90 minutes. So yeah, you know what? I've talked up. Yeah, he can have his 9. He can have a 9. Yeah.
To be fair, the only thing that was wrong with his game is I thought he was at fault for that Mount goal, to be honest with you, because people were saying it's Souček's fault, but it wasn't Souček's fault. It was Rice's poor pass. Didn't he? Yeah. The pass wasn't good from Rice.
I think it was like his second or third mistake in 3 years. But
we'll let him off.
He did send him short. Having said that, though, I mean the possession of the field he was in, you'd still like to think we could have done more, but then just CX pulled off that ridiculous 40-yard diagonal. So
Put that on your CV, Matt. Matt is good at ratings. That will get you everything in life, Matt, honestly. Matt gets a 5 for Suchet. Rice gets a 9, says Father Snowman. Her Decker's 100. It's just, yeah, you said it there. We just run out of ways to describe them because we know what we're going to get every week, and it's an 8 or a 9 or even a 10.
That's the only I can say is that Jorginho literally 3 days ago, was it 4 days ago?
Yeah.
Got voted third on the Ballon d'Or. And apart from, when he squared up to the ref to try and get himself booked, apart from that, I didn't notice Jorginho for 90 minutes. No. Like Rice pocketed him.
Completely. Honestly, I don't like to call it the Ballon d'Or. I like to call it the it's completely gone out of my mind. 45% gave Rice a 9. It's not the Ballon d'Or. It's more the popularity contest than anything. Honestly, it is embarrassing. Can't downrate a player in one pass. I see what you mean. A goal would have got him high 8 for me only because of that one poor pass. Yeah, I think we are all agreeing on that. Deck 8/9, but his bad pass gave away the second goal. I agree. Right, then that's the midfield. Then we've got 3 players left to rate. Jarrod Bowen had a good day yesterday. To be fair, he could have scored a hat-trick. And he went back to Danny Dyer's place. Had a nice time. So let's rate the man himself, Jarrod Bowen. What are you giving Jarrod Bowen then, Matt?
I've got a 9 down for him. And I think had he scored the other 2 goals he could have had, he would have got like a 10.
Completely.
It's just he only hasn't got a 10 is he's finishing. I'm going to say he's finishing him down and he scored a worldie, but he scored the hardest of the 3 chances he had. The tapping at the far post was just he couldn't have done much more for it. If Antonio pulled that ball a yard further back, Bowie's got a tap in.
100%.
And then after he scored, he had an easier chance. He broke the line, got through in the box when he 1-on-1, and he tried to pick out the top corner at the far post, and he stuck it over. And you think, how did you missed from there? But the snapshot outside the box, you just buried in the bottom corner. But look, that's just like nitpicking. The guy had a fantastic game.
He was excellent.
Brilliant
and
game.
I've been bigging this guy up all season. This is my guy, Jarrod Bowen. He's every single week. He's not getting enough praise. He was dropped a couple of weeks ago, and I think that did him a world of good because the game after and the game we had yesterday, he just seems that bit sharper as well. And every time I see him, I just get more impressed with him. I think he is fast approaching what I think him and Declan Rice on form at the moment are 2 of the best players at our football club. Bowen, excellent. Rice, excellent. And just, if Kevin Nolan can get a decent amount of time with Jarrod Bowen, get him shooting for a few hours a day, get that focus with him in front of goal because he does seem to have a nosebleed at times in front of goal, and he skies it and he snatches at it. I mean, he couldn't have done anything about the tap in, but that one that he skied near the end to make it 4-2 was a little bit disappointing. But he's class. He is absolutely class, and I don't really have another bad word to say about him from that performance. Him and Rice, best players on the pitch by a country mile. And you can say Mason Mount, but Mason Mount made himself look like a right idiot by scoring and then doing that stupid celebration because it didn't really work, did it? 42 touches, 11 duels, attempted 10 possessions, won the most out of the West Ham players. 7 touches in the opposition box, 6 duels, won the equals the most, 4 shots the most, 4 fouls won the most, 1 goal. My guy, Jarrod Bowen. Not anything else to say. When people say Deck's our most valuable player, Bowen is a close second. I completely agree, Fremmer. I completely agree. Bowen, 9, what a lovely goal. He pinged that. That was such a nice goal. He caught that so sweetly, and there was only one place it was going, Matt, bottom corner.
Oh, it was brilliant. Like, especially, when you saw the replay, and they always say if you can play through the defender's legs, it just gives you that split second longer for the keeper to see it.
Yeah.
And if you look back at that goal, if he hadn't gone through the player's legs, Mendy probably does save it. Because it was a little bit, it wasn't exactly in the corner, it was like a yard inside the post. Because he hit it first time, he hit it so powerfully, Mendy didn't have the time to react and get down to it. And going through the player's legs gave it that split second more, but by the time Mendy was down, it was already hitting the back of the net.
Yeah, but when 10, even in the first half, he was dragging us up the pitch. The tap-in wasn't a tap-in. He was at full stretch, wasn't he? Bowen 9.5 should have scored more. 9, Bowen. Bowen 9. I just hope he continues on because he ran that game, best game in ages. Best game in the West Ham shirt, Happy Hammer, I think. Surely 9.5. We don't do 0.5s. Man of the match for sure. 9, 9. 9's galore. 9, Jimbo. Yeah. Bowen 9. He's scoring on and off the pitch. Had a nice night last night as well. And comment of the day was from the Daddy Diary. He put on Instagram a picture of them two, and he said, "If Colesberg did sun indoors." Class, very very good. But let's move on to the Jewel. Another fantastic game. Scored the penalty, and let's get on to him. It's Manuel Lanzini. I think with Manuel Lanzini. Forgot about the video clip. Forgot about it, but everybody, I've got some issues with the streaming and emails and all that stuff. So Anton is having to do the buttons and the chat and everything. So everybody, put your clap emojis in for Anton tonight because he's doing absolutely everything. So well done, Anton. Thank you very much for doing it. But yeah, with Manuel Lanzini, I can't lie, Matt. He stepped up to take that penalty, and I said, I can't watch this. He's going to miss. Perfect.
No,
penalty.
you know what? I was actually confident he'd score because it's not the first one he's taken. He has taken penalties last 4 and he hasn't missed. He hasn't taken many. I want to say it's probably about 5 that he's probably taken.
Yeah.
Like it's no more than that, but he's never actually missed one. At least not in like actual. I don't know about shootouts, but on the pitch he's probably taken about 5 penalties and he scored all of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably consider the fact as well that he probably is. It's unfortunate to say it because the way his career's gone, he probably is technically our best player.
Ooh, that's a shout. Whew. What do you think of that controversy?
Well, there's not many more players. I don't think anyone's in that first team now.
Yeah.
I reckon it's probably neck and neck between him and Creswell for the most free kicks scored.
What do you make of that, chat? What do you think of that? But what are you going to give him, Matt, on his performance?
I've given him an 8.
Decent.
I thought he had a really good game. I thought he probably should have come off earlier.
A little bit,
just because I don't think he's got the legs to last 90 minutes. And I thought once he got to about the 70th minute, he looked like he was starting to fade a bit.
Yeah.
So I probably would have taken him off a bit earlier. But no, for the 70-odd minutes he was on the pitch, I thought he had a really good game.
I think that's a fair assessment because I think he just wasn't quite on Bowen's level, but he was very good. So I think giving Bowen a 9 and giving Lanzini an 8 is very fair. Chat, what do you think about Manuel Lanzini's performance and him coming back into the 11? I personally was very glad to see him come back in, but he said, I start Manuel every game. Love the geezer. Yeah, I'm glad he took his opportunity and he took the penalty and he scored it because, I'm glad he did. 8, Lanzini should be a starter. Him and Ben Rama are neck and neck now. Who do you want? Do you want an in-form Lanzini or do you want an out-of-form Ben Rama? These two are going to be in and out of the side in the next few months. And, of course, Ben Rama's going off to the Africa Cup of Nations. Gives Lanzini, that big pedestal to just go up. But WHU58 says Lanzini 8.5, loved his confident penalty. 65% gave Lanzini 8. He should start every game, says Pete. He's definitely in contention to be starting most games now. Found our new penalty taker. Time to start bringing him off the pen when we get a penalty. Oh, Jordan. Oh, no. Don't even. 8 for Lanzini. 9 all day. Manu, 8. It's in that region. 8 or 9, a very good performance. Lanzini, 9, 8, and all of that jazz. Okay, so that's Lanzini done. A good performance from the Jewel, and we'll move on to the man up front. A little bit better this game, I thought. It's Mikel Antonio. What do you make of Antonio then, Matt?
So I've given him an average score, and the average score I've given him is a 7.
Fair.
Because I thought he was quite poor in the first half, I'm not going to lie.
I thought he was better than he has been in the last few weeks. He couldn't have got any worse.
It seemed to be that like Moyes or someone gave him like an absolute rollicking at half time. And he come out playing like the way he played at the start of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's been within himself because he's thinking I don't want to get injured or I've got to play every game. I don't want to get tired. But he looked very conservative in the first half. Like stuff wasn't really sticking to him. He got bullied quite a lot. He ended up on the floor quite a lot.
Yeah.
But then as the second half the second half went on, he seemed to just get better and better. Like he started to thrive off it. He started bullying back. He was really running them hard yards. I mean, even if you go back to the second goal, he just, he picks up the ball midfield, lays it off, makes like a 30-yard sprint, and he doesn't really win the ball. Like he doesn't bring it in, but he does enough to hold of the player and just like lay it off in the direction of Soufal, who sort of nudges it across the Bowen, and it's just that sort of thing that he wasn't doing in the first half. So like in the first half, I would probably give him a 6. I'd probably give him an 8 for the second half. So I've gone in the middle at 7.
Evens out, I agree. Yeah. I think pretty much you've been bang on with your ratings tonight, Matt, for in my opinion. I think 7's fair, yeah. The first half I didn't think he was great, but no player created more chances against Chelsea than Mikel Antonio 4. He also created 2 big chances and got an assist for Arthur Masuaku's goal. Very nice
That
stuff.
really counts as an assist.
Well,
I know it does, but
good point, yeah.
It's not really an assist, is it? Like the Bowen chance would have been an assist. I mean, statistically, we'll go down to 6 because he made a pass to Masuaku. Masuaku scored, but
the ball boy gets this. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, exactly. The ball boy gets the assist.
Yeah. But
that quick release for the throw-in.
But that does my fantasy football team no favours because I can't have the ball. Matt is becoming stale harsh. No, I don't think. If he would have given him an 8, that would have been on par with Lanzini's performance. And I don't think he was better than Lanzini. Better second half for Antonio, 7, says Garino. Yeah, I agree, Garino. Yeah, I think a 7's fair. Black Country, 7. He should have shrugged off Christensen a lot easier. 6. Oh, 6 for Antonio, says Gary. So Gary's dropping down a bit. I've only given him a 6. The main reasons for throwing himself on the floor and staying rooted for that goal. Oh, honestly, stay. He was diving himself on the floor all the time. And I get up. Got to show some strength. He didn't do that in the first half. What he did do was game winning. It's a good point. Antonio 7, first half kept falling over, tried to win free kicks like Javier Hernandez because he's big lumps. Ref won't give him soft free kicks. I completely agree, Vinay. Overall an 8 all season, but recently 7. He was poor for 60 minutes, but the last 30 minutes he was unreal. I'm inclined to agree there, I think. So effective he is, and he was back to his effective self. Sharky's going for a 7. So, all right then, I haven't got the list in front of me now, so let's see who the subs were. So, firstly, we'll do all the subs together because I don't think Anton's got clips. So we've got Pablo Fornals and Said Ben Rama. We'll do those 2 first. We've got our league. The service is impeccable. I say the name and it's here. Pablo Fornals. Matt, what did you make of him?
He came on for like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought he done well considering he played about 3 different roles during that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He came on and I thought, we'll probably move. Like, I was thinking when he come on that Rice would go to centre back and like Fornals would go into the middle. Instead, we went to a 4 at the back, went back to like a roll formation, and but he just come on. And he just gave like the whole midfield like a whole new level of energy. Like the energy he brings as soon as he comes on the pitch, like the attack livened up. There was more energy across the middle of the park. And then we got the goal, and then boys went, actually, hang on a minute, let's shut up shop again, move Rice, then back into make it a back 5, and he had to tuck it in the middle alongside Souček, and he done well there as well. He has got that bit of bite and tenacity about him for nows. That'll get stuck in and make stuff happen. I think we had a very solid game.
Yeah.
So I'd probably give him on his own a 7.
Yeah.
Benny, I mean, I can't even rate him really. Come on for the 90th minute. Yeah. Lanzini come off and he come on basically for about 3 minutes. And it's not me being harsh. I'm not going to give him anything. He literally come on for 4 minutes. When we were pretty much just trying to do every trick in the book to wind the clock down.
Yeah.
Kicking out for throw-ins, leaving the ball for the player to go and get it, trying to run in the corner flag, taking cheap yellow cards, like anything we could do to run the clock down. So Benny come on at a time just to be a body, just to be there. So, yeah. I give Fornals a 7. I thought he had a solid input in the game, but Benny was just NA, not applicable, no rating.
Fornals is such a versatile player for us this season. Great performances. Yeah, I agree. He livened things up. Fornals played 2 brilliant passes when he came on. He played with 3 positions. He played on the wing. He played attacking midfield in that number 10 role. He dropped back next to Souček. He just went where they get you go. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I think Zuma going off changed the game in our favour. We went 4 at the back and Fornals was an extra man in midfield, which put us on the front foot. And Fornals played some good attacks up. Interesting that. Fornals played a couple of defence splitting passes from central midfield and not for the first game either. Good point, Garino. Benny worried them for 6 minutes. He did, and you know, Benny does what he does. That is for sure. Benny and Fornals are have completely changed games when they've started on the bench a few times. Says Jordan. Problem with Benrahma, Happy Hammerat is he's irregular as Vegeta. Right, let's not mess around anymore. I don't know whether Anton's got a clip. The one, the only, Stell's favourite. It's King Arthur Masuaku. Honestly, I don't think we've got a clip. We haven't got a clip. So what we're going to do is the one, the only, Arthur Masuaku. Is it anything but a 10, Matt? We've got a clip. What are you giving him, Matt?
You know what? It's really hard to say.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm just sitting here trying to think, like,
this is
defensively, he wasn't very good. I'll be honest.
He was all right.
The amount of times I saw the ball go over his head, and I'm like, he's not even watching the player. Like when he defends, he reminds me of when Bilic tried to play Antonio at right back. As in, like, he doesn't like, if you watch Creswell defend, Creswell sees the runner and he sees the ball, and Creswell knows, right, I need to drop back.
Yeah.
Like, Masuaku does not look. He doesn't see the man at the corner of his eye. He just sees the ball. Then he turns his head and he's like, oh, crap. Right. And he starts running. And there was a few times Diop, like, massively bailed him out.
Let's be real.
We know he's not a defender. Right? Yeah. And going forward, he offered bits, and you know what? He actually, more realistically, he actually looked more comfortable. It's weird, like, when he's got like nothing to worry about behind him, he looks quite comfortable. So when we went into the back 5 and he went to that wing back, he was like, right, I'm all right now. And he had Fornals in front of him, and it was like Fornals was letting him do the overlapping.
Yeah.
The goal.
Let's be real though. He's one of those players where he's like, defending's boring. I don't want to do defending, and he hasn't got the mindset of a defender. All he wants to do is attack, and that's what we're going to get with Arthur Masuaku. Arthur Masuaku made more tackles than any other player against Chelsea, 5. Also winning 7 of his 9 duels. He finally has a Premier League goal. Fair play to him. Was it a shot or was it a cross, Matt?
Oh, it's 100% a cross. He just absolutely shanked it.
Yeah.
Well, probably funny. He could take that. He could have that 100 times again, and he'll never hit the ball with that, like, the away swing and the dip that he managed to get. But you know what? I'll give him an 8 because I'll give him an 8, 9, 10.
An 8,
because he won the game.
Say 10. Say
like,
10.
Just to wind up still, we give it a 10.
Yes.
He won the game.
Yes. Moment of the night. Get in. Yes. Moment of the night, that is. I've done like 3 shows tonight. That is the moment of the night. Arthur Masuaku gets a 10. Stell was nowhere to be seen. Stell's hiding in his Chelsea flat because he knows that Arthur Masuaku won us that game. What a man. But so we're giving him a 10. Let's head into the chat and see what you guys are saying about King Arthur. Was it a shot? Was it a cross? Let us know. I voted 9 for Masuaku to wind up. Still would have given him a 10, but was no option for me. Masuaku most tackles / blocks in the game, and the winner 9.5. Arthur Masuaku 9. 10 for Masuaku. He didn't mean that goal. He definitely didn't. Masuaku 8, goal of the season. King Arthur 9. The King 10. Masuaku gets a 9. What a finish. I don't care if Stella Masuaku was doing cartwheels the rest of the game. He has to get a 10 for that goal. 10 for Masuaku, a flawed genius. He got the winner against Chelsea. You know exactly Arthur the once and Massive King. It is a 3-2 thing though, Matt, isn't it? At home to Chelsea, it's a 3-2 thing.
I mean, the thing is, right? I actually said on the preview that I went for a 2-2. I wasn't far off. People were like, "Oh, can't go for a 2-2." Like, I was only one goal out of it, and if Masuaku hadn't done what he'd done, it would have been a 2-2. So I wasn't far off.
Yeah, I said
that. Thing is, and
that's what I said. I said 2-2 as well.
But I've seen a lot of people blaming the goalkeeper, like especially Chelsea fans, saying, "Oh, his footwork was awful." In fairness, if you was in that situation, like I said 100 times again, that ball was never going to end up where it went. And that wasn't Masuaku. Masuaku was looking to wait for support in the box. I think when the ball went in, if you go back and look, I think Benrahma was sort of floating in the near post, Bowen was at the back post, and Souček was in the middle making a run for a header. So I think Mendy's seen we've actually loaded the box. We've got 3 players in. And Masuaku and Antonio between them were trying to work the space for the cross. You saw Antonio do a drop short for run and another run. And Mendy's just gambling on. He's thinking, I need to win this ball back. I need to catch this cross and go on the counter-attack, because for Chelsea, they needed 3 points. And they went for it. They put all their attack, they put every attacking sub they pretty much made. Lukaku come on, Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic come on. They were going for the win. The point was no good to them. And Mendy's sitting there thinking, right, I'll catch this cross and we'll go and attack. And then Arthur's like absolutely mishit it, cut across it, it's gone in.
There he is. Can I stroke him? I need to stroke him. What a man.
I can't sit there and blame the goalkeeper for what was an entirely unpredictable situation.
Go on, Matt. Go on, Matty boy. Go on, stroke him.
Yeah, but look, it's that will go down in the same way that Arnautovic goal probably did when we beat Chelsea 1-0, like the Yarmolenko goal in the 3-2 win. This will go down the same sort of way. It's just that, it's just an absolute fluke that he'll never score again in his life. But you know what? He won 3 points. Yeah.
He got us an extra 2 points in that game, and there he is. Just bow down to the king, Arthur Masuaku. What a man! Masuaku will have to start now with injuries. He will. To Stell's delight, he is going to have to start more games, that's for sure. But the one person left to rate is the gaffer. Still watching weep, it's the gaffer. Let's rate the David to the Moyes. He is the boss. Matt, what did you make of his subs, his lineup, the lot, and what you giving him out of 10?
Well, the funny thing is, when I saw the team, I wasn't actually like that surprised.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? He's tried to match up Chelsea. It didn't work. However, in fairness, he recognised it didn't work. He got to half time and changed formation. He went from a 3-4-3 to like a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
Basically went to wing backs, moved Lanzini into midfield 3 and pushed Bowen up front with Antonio. Then Zuma got injured and he changed to a 4-2-3-1. And we went more attacking, got the goal. And then we got the goal and then he went to a 5-4-1 and dropped Rice in at centre back and Lanzini in centre mid. So although he picked the right personnel, he tried to be clever, match up Chelsea. You know what? In fairness, I was going to question his subs, but he probably played the right subs at the right time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of.
I mean, what he did
I can give him.
He had. He made the subs very well. We brought Fornals on at the right time, and he had to. He in a way did things right. He dropped Rice back, which was at the end of the day the right thing to do. You can't really blame him because we got the win. Yes, the win wasn't entirely down to him, but he changed things at half time. He recognised that he got things wrong and he changed it. Last season, he would have left it and we would have lost that 3-1.
The subs were forced because of injuries at the times that he made the 2 subs. However, he made the right changes for the subs.
I agree. Yeah.
You know, when I'm not being funny. I said this to my dad sitting in the crowd when we lost Zuma. I'm not going to lie. I fully expected Mark Noble to walk out on the pitch.
Really?
I literally sitting there thinking, you know what? It's 2-2 at the moment. Moyes will take the 2-2. He'll probably just straight away put Rice into the back five, straight into Zuma's position, and bring Noble or Crow on to sit alongside Souček. But he didn't. He put 4 nails on and went for it and got the point. So you know what? Yeah, he gets the 10.
He does. They go 50% gave Moyes a 10. I mean, you can't really slate him too much. We got the win. It wasn't entirely down to him. It was entirely down to a bit of freak luck with a Masuaku cross.
He even said he wasn't happy. He said we thought we should have played better.
Yeah. See,
he's like, we can play better. We should have played better.
David Moyes is not going to be happy unless we get a clean sheet and we beat a side by 3 or 4, and you know we take our chances and we play really well. David Moyes loves the clean sheet. Wrong formation to start, but told us to pressure them and attack more, which is what we need to be doing every game. Our team has the energy to do it. 9, says Sharky. Moyes 9. He started Lanzini and dealt with the injuries. I agree, Hammerat. I didn't give him a 7 first half, but then he proved his worth second half. What a legend. Moyes 9, wrong formation first half, but made the changes early, which won us the game. Moyes 8, deserved a bit of luck, certainly did. Get his name right. It's Masuaku now. Oh, God, I get it. Sorry, Neil. Sorry. 10 for Moyes. No idea how he turned that game around in the second half, and he turned the subs well. 10, says GP. Famous last words, Matt. Just watch him do it again. Moyes 10, Moyes 10. Plenty of comments everywhere saying ringing David Moyes' praises. There you go, another 10 there. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Please, if you haven't already, go and subscribe to Young Jake's channel, clicking the following link. Thank you very much. youtube.com/c/West Ham unofficial to subscribe to my channel. You can see me on here on match days if I'm not at the ground. You could check out all of my hairstyles. Quiet because he knows that the boy won us those 2 points. He probably won't do a West Ham Weekly tomorrow. He'll probably title it like I got it wrong, Arthur Masuaku. Still See, Anton, you've got it now. You've got to capitalise on this. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching this match day rating show. It's a long time no see. We'll try and bring this to you as much as we can. And yes, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And plenty of stuff in the week to come, as always, on the West Ham Network. Become a member from just $2.99 a month. I was going to say $1.99, but that's my membership. It's $2.99 here. Anyone seems down? No one seems down. We need a little cameo on the Matchday highlight show, but that's about it. So we probably won't see him for a couple of weeks. He's probably taking a break, just because Arthur Masuaku did something absolutely exceptional. Matt, thank you very much, sir.
And for you, Jake, thanks for coming on.
That's all right. That is all right. Right, it's Monday night. Better go do a few things, and then the week starts again. So from me and Matt, come on your irons, what a win. All content coming leading up to the Zagreb and Burnley games in the coming week. See you next time, guys. Come on your irons. West Ham are massive everywhere we go.